Hi, so this is Psi 260, which is the Psychology of Personality course. This is an asynchronous course, which means that you will be doing majority of the work all on your own. But hopefully these videos will help you navigate and get you through the semester. So my name is Professor Blake. You can call me Alex. You can call me Professor Blake. Whatever you prefer is fine. But I will be the instructor for this course and kind of your point of contact if you need any help. So what I wanted to do with this time is kind of show you a little bit of this is what the site should look like for y'all. I'd like to just kind of help navigate Laulima a little bit, and orient you towards where you should look, what you should do. Um, Luckily, you've probably kind of figured out a little bit by now, but I figured it'd be kind of beneficial just to give you another video. So you'll notice this is the overview page. You can kind of read through this. I would highly recommend it. I just put this there for just your reference of how to navigate, kind of what that we're going to be using technology, but also to be aware that Laulima does do updates, so just keep that in mind, and some other basic information like we will be using potentially chat GPT, and we will definitely be using IDAP. So hopefully you're signed up for IDAP. Otherwise, you're probably going to need it, and also have access to Google Docs as well, and also Zoom if you wanted to meet with me. And then I gave you some reference of who to contact and if you need some support. Yeah. So this is just to read through on your own time. But really, you can start by looking at the syllabus. So if you go to the syllabus tab and you click on the syllabus, you can click this and this will download for you if you click there. I put this also on if we go to lessons, and obviously this is our first week, so you click on first week. Here we have our first week. I'll probably put this video, hopefully, if I can figure out how, I'll embed it into here somehow. But this is what each week is going to look like. You'll have kind of the introduction, some learning outcomes. This is going to be pretty important. I try to give you some checklists. I find that those are pretty helpful, especially since this is asynchronous, that maybe you can look at it and figure out, hey, what do I need to do this week? What have I done already that I can check off? And so let's say that you've already done the reading. You can go ahead and just click that right there. And now you know, hey, I've already done this reading. I don't need to do it again unless you really want to read the chapter again, which is totally fine. But you know you've at least done it one time. So you can go ahead and click whichever ones once you do it, and just to keep you on the up and up of what you've already done. Additionally, I've put some slides onto it, so I'll put the slides on each chapter up there, and this is good for your study guide. I'll also upload a narrated version of this where I'll go through the study guide, or not the study guide, the slides for you as well, so you can listen to that, and maybe that helps to elucidate some other ideas from the text that maybe you didn't understand, or that you just want it to reinforce. But I'll give you a narrated PowerPoint as well. That'll be here in video form. Like I said, this is the first week, so I put this syllabus in here. Please, please, please read the syllabus. It's important that you read the syllabus so you know exactly what to expect, what's going on in the course, and what's going to be graded, what's not graded, and when things are due and when things aren't due. Right? So very, very important that you do that. I'll also put some videos for you to watch throughout the week, so you can just watch these. This week we only have these two, so go ahead and watch those in the week as well. This week, we are well. We're gonna do weekly discussions. These discussions will be the initial post will be due on Thursday, and the replies to everybody will be due on that Sunday. This is a way for us to track, basically, that you as a student are um, continuing to engage in the course, and we need to do that for our accreditation of the institution. So it's important that we do these weekly. And so while I'm going to talk about quizzes in just a second, um, this one you can jump ahead on the quizzes, and I don't mind you doing that. But the discussions actually will have to be done of that week. So just keep that in mind. But for example, this first week, I just want you to tell me a little bit about what you believe your personality is. What are you like? How would a friend or family member, acquaintance, an employer view you? How might they be different from one another? So how would a friend view you versus, let's say, your parent or guardian, right? What might be a little bit different? And then, so that'll be due on Thursday, and you can click there, and it should bring you, hopefully, let's see. Yeah, should bring you to this right here, and you can click on it and start to show me your response. But you will need to do that by Thursday, and then on Sunday, you'll look at everybody else's post, read one of them, and then tell me a little bit about what you found interesting about that. What I will say is that in future discussions, I will likely ask you to uh, either bring in some peer-reviewed sources, and you'll need to cite those in APA format. What I'm going to try to do is upload into the resource file the APA sources, but I know that they're pretty easy to find. A good source to find if you're unfamiliar with APA formatting would be like Purdue website. The Purdue website has a really good APA formatting place. Additionally, you'll also have this course agreement right here that you need to sign this week. If we click onto it, hopefully it will bring you to this page right here. And on this page, you're going to put your email. Please put your actual school email, as much as I love seeing how creative you guys are. I don't necessarily know who Hot Kitten 42 is. So please use your school ID and just read through our course agreement of everything that it might be important for this course. So acknowledge all of these different points, and at the bottom you'll just sign your name as a recognition that you've done it, and then just press submit. So you'll do that. And if you need anything, please don't feel free to always contact me by email, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. During the weekdays, it'll probably give me about a 24-hour turnaround, but on the weekend, it might be a little bit longer than that. But just keep that in mind. Also, if there's a holiday, same thing. It might be a little bit longer of a turnaround. So this is what each lesson will kind of look like if you go into that lesson folder right here, right? So each of these are going to be pretty similar. Additionally, you're going to have a midterm and you're going to have a final. You're going to be able to find those in this test and quizzes tab. It'll be loaded on those weeks that we are taking the midterm and the final. I try for the midterm, I give you, I open it up on the Friday before the week of the midterm, and then I close it on the Sunday of that week of the midterm. And so that way you have 9 days, which also allows you to have 2 weekends to complete it. So hopefully you can find some time within those 9 days to complete the midterm. Now, we do use a book by Funder, which is you can find, it's called Personality Puzzle. And so this first globe right here is where you'll find it. So you have the syllabus, you'll have the lessons. This is where you can look at the discussions, but tests. And here's where you're going to find your ebook. And so it should look like this. You'll open this up, and ideally it will load, and now you have access to the book right here. And so let's say this is week 1, we're going to read chapter 1, and it should pop up. Here you go. So now we have our first chapter of the semester. So you can go ahead and read it, and once you're done reading it, you can just go back. That's fine. Now you will have weekly quizzes too, and that's done through Inquisitive. I find that a lot of people enjoy Inquisitive, but this is where you'll find the quizzes. They're I think people generally are helped by it. But this week you're going to have 2 quizzes. You're going to have how to use Inquisitive, and this is just a quiz on, just navigating this website, and making sure you know exactly how it's used. And then also this tab right here, which is the first chapter quiz. So you're going to have to finish these quizzes the week of those chapters is when they're due. So for example, chapter 1 is due on the 1st, so keep that in mind. But feel free to go ahead if you want, but each of them will close after the date that they're supposed to be done. So you can go ahead, that's totally fine, but just know that if you're behind, it might be locked out, okay? I'll probably add some resources in here. You can kind of take a look at that as well. And if I do, I'll make sure to put it in that the week lessons, so that way you'll know that they're there. Additionally, if you're looking for your gradebook, it's right here. And so it will be your guide of, well, how are you doing right now, right? So apparently I'm not doing so well because it's 10 out of 100, but that's okay. Just this will be where it's checked. Now I will say this is updated as you do the quizzes. So this should roll in. So once you do a quiz in Inquisitive, this should change automatically in Laulima, so you can check how you're doing on that particular grade. You'll be graded on the discussions, and I usually don't participate in the discussion. I might do it on week 1, but usually I won't. I'll just kind of monitor them and make sure that everything is going smoothly. But you'll be graded on the discussions, and then you'll also be graded on the Inquisitive quizzes, which are weekly again, and then the midterm and the final. And so they're pretty much in thirds, but yeah, that's going to make up the majority of the assessments. So with that, I hope that this has been informative and is helpful. If you have any other questions, please reach out. And also on Wednesday at 5 p.m., I'm going to hold a Zoom. You should have, let me see, you should have in the syllabus the Zoom link already, which should be at the top. So it's right here. So Zoom link right here. So Wednesday at 5 p.m., I'll hold one, and that'll just be in kind of, I'll just reiterate what I'm saying right now. But if you have questions or if this is confusing, then hopefully I can clear it up while you're actually in the Zoom call with me. But I hope you enjoy, and I hope that your semester starts out smoothly, and I'm looking forward to this semester with y'all. Thanks.